become a super athlete through neuroscience, psychology, and neurochemistry. If you want to know more, keep watching this video, subscribe before we get into it for more content like this. We're in beautiful Las Vegas. Check out the Eiffel Tower right behind me. Beautiful Gordon Ramsay as well. You want to hit harder, move faster, and think clearer, but you're still just downing an energy drink, punching the bag, and wishing for the best. It's not how it works. What you want to do is capitalize off your neurochemistry, off of your neurotransmitters, your synapses. If you understand how to do so, then you can be the best athlete you can possibly be. And I'm going to tell you how to do that right now. Only the best of the best athletes do this. They hack their nervous system, they rewire their neurochemistry and their neurosynapses and their neurotransmitters. They don't just focus on their physique. They don't just lift weights. They train their mind as well. I'm training the mind similar to how I train the body. Here's the deal. When you throw a punch, your body isn't just moving. Your neurotransmitters are firing off like it's the 4th of July. Dopamine, motivation, acetylcholine equals precision, and lastly, norepinephrine equals focused aggression. You want to capitalize off of your neurochemistry to become the best athlete you can possibly be. When you're low on these neurotransmitters, your kicks are not looking how they should. Your kicks are looking like sleeping noodles. We don't want that. Compared to when you actually know how to balance your neurochemicals and your neurotransmitters, you're going to start looking like Neo in the Matrix. You're going to be moving precise. You're going to anticipate all actions. If you're a martial artist, you're going to anticipate every move that your opponent is throwing your way. You're going to be looking like Neo in the Matrix, right? You're going to be able to calculate everything exactly how you should be. Your body is going to be moving like smooth butter, baby. Smooth butter. You're flowing. You dominate. It's quite insane. You're a martial artist, you need to be capitalizing off of your neurochemistry, off of your neurotransmitters. You need to know how to balance them. You have to understand that dopamine is motivation, and dopamine is going to drive you to become a better athlete, but you can't become a better athlete if your dopamine receptors are below your threshold on which they need to be. This is a quick fix on how to balance your dopamine receptors. You want to start taking cold showers. You want to do single point focus training. I'll get into that as we go on throughout the video. You want to have high protein meals. You want to be working out at least 5 times a week. Everything of that nature to reset your dopamine levels. Especially, and I cannot emphasize this enough, 20 minutes of sunlight a day. Do all these and you're going to become a biochemical weapon. You're going to become a super athlete. You're going to be like Captain America meets Tony Stark, baby. Let's get it. Balance your neurochemistry if you're a martial artist, and if you are into calisthenics like myself, you need to understand physics. It's very important. I cannot stress it enough. We're going to talk about that right now. Ever wonder why your muscles look like they're wrestling against gravity while you're working out? It's because you never studied physics, my friend. The universe revolves around physics. Your day-to-day life is all physics. Let's talk rotational force, angular momentum, and most importantly, your center of mass. This is all physics. And this can all be translated into whatever workouts you do, whether you're weightlifting, whether you're doing calisthenics, whether you're doing mixed martial arts. If you understand physics, my friend, you can dominate in any field of athletics. It's quite insane. You're not just working out, you're running simulations with your body being the algorithm, baby. Here's the secret. The best calisthenic athletes subconsciously obey the laws of physics better than any physicist with a calculator. Why? Because they feel the physics in their bones. They're actually implementing the physics while they're doing their workout. It's insane. Here's a real world tip for any calisthenic athlete, any martial artist. Understand where your center of mass is and then control your torque. I'm not talking about shake that ass. And redirect force through your bones like a water bender, and you will be a mixed martial artist who knows more than people at MIT. You'll be a calisthenic athlete who is implementing physics into their athletics like you're an MIT professor. Next, we're going to talk about how neuroscience impacts your mindset, whether it's good or bad. Unfortunately, most people lose not because they're weak, but because they think weak. You are what you think. It's like the saying goes, you are what you eat, you are what you think. Now, this is where neuroscience enters either the gym or the dojo, wherever you're training, whether that's calisthenics or mixed martial arts. Now, your prefrontal cortex, your amygdala, and your default mode network are all like fight team, so they must be trained. You need to train your brain how you train your body. Here are some simple yet effective mindset drills you can do to train your brain like you train your body. Dopamine detox every Sunday. Get off of social media, get all the cheap dopamine out of your system, stop smoking, stop drinking, stop watching porn, stop doom scrolling, stop binge watching Netflix. Dopamine detox. Binary beats plus breath work every single morning are going to go a long way. This is going to train your focus. This is going to put you into that state of mind with this certain brain frequency that you need to be in order to be a trained killer, in order to be a CIA operative, in order to be a ninja. Most importantly, you need to journal every day to reset those thought loops, to get out of those fixed mindsets that you don't want to be in, that are going to be limiting your potential. This is not self-help fluff. This is neural rewiring. We're training ourselves to become an absolute dominator of this world, like Genghis Khan. Next, we're going to talk about hypnotizing ourselves and lucid dreaming to dominate. Unlock a God-tier ability of focus. We are entering the matrix. Inside of the matrix, self-hypnosis and lucid dreaming. When we combine those, we are going to unlock a God-tier focus that you've never seen before, that you've never felt before. On top of that, combine visualization into the mix, and the possibilities are endless. I sound like a mad scientist right now. I am a mad scientist who is an athlete. I combine the both. I combine academics, I combine athletics, and I unlock a God-tier focus. Would you like to unlock God-tier focus and God-tier skills? First and foremost, you need to rehearse the skills inside your subconscious, and we can do this through self-hypnosis. We can do this through activating lucid dreaming on command and activating the flow state on command. It's all very possible. This isn't hippie shit. This isn't sci-fi. This is science, baby. This is science. This is going to be a self-hypnosis protocol. 4 to 7 hertz of binary beats. You want to listen to theta binary beats to put yourself into that brain frequency. You want to visualize yourself in a third person dominating whatever goal that may be that you want to absolutely crush. Next and foremost, you want to anchor an emotion. Emotional anchoring, it's deep psychology. I've talked about this in my previous video. I'm going to put a link down below to my previous video to tell you how to emotional anchor any emotion into your subconscious to unlock any skill that you would like to unlock. So if you haven't checked that out, check it out right now before we continue on into this video. Emotional anchoring. You want to emotional anchor confidence. You want to emotional anchor bravery. You want to emotional anchor a dominant feeling into your subconscious to achieve whatever goal that you haven't been able to achieve so far. And lastly, during this protocol, you want to have a 4 to 7, 8 breathing technique, and you're going to drop into a flow state. Now, 4, 7, 8, this is breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, breathe out for 8 seconds. It's harder than you might think. Try it right now, and you're going to rewire your neural pathways just like that. So what do you get when you combine neuroscience, psychology, self-hypnosis, physics, and martial arts? You become an elite superhuman. You are not just smarter. You are not just more physically capable. You think clearer. You become an absolute fucking weapon like Captain America. This is a legit Captain America protocol. You start waking up with real physical improvements while you sleep. Yes, your brain can teach your body in your sleep. Subconscious learning. Oh, we'll talk about that later though. Whether you are a mixed martial artist, a calisthenic athlete, a weightlifter, a entrepreneur, or just a beast in the making, this is going to benefit you. This could benefit everybody. If you have a goal, if you are working towards a vision, this is going to benefit you in any way. And this level of focus is going to unlock what you've been looking for. Clarity, focus, power. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out the newsletter down below. It's only $8 to subscribe. I talk about things like I've talked about in this video on a day-to-day basis, and it is more exclusive than what I post here on YouTube. Follow my Instagram, link down below. Comment what you think about this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day.